Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 freedom-based business ideas that you can create. Whew, I'm taking a deep breath because it has been a week. I'll tell you about it. I'm like, should I get to the content first? Yeah. Let me do content and then I'll tell you all about what happened. Okay. That's my game plan. So when it comes to you creating more freedom in your business, I want you to be thinking about, hey, Renee, all the different things that you could be doing to grow your business. And here's one of the things I want you to be like, just write down the word intentionality. We have to be really intentional as we grow our business of what kind of a business do we want? How do we want to monetize? So I'll talk about all the different income streams you can create, and then we can talk about what the pros are, what the cons are, and ultimately like what I do in my business and why I like them the best. Because we get all different kinds of businesses that reach out to us and they want our help, but they're not willing to change their business model. Because they think their way is the best way. So one of the things I see a lot is like physical products. If someone comes in and they just want to sell more physical products on Etsy or something like that, but they also want to create a multiple 6-figure business. Can you do that? Yeah. However, it's cool that you can create things that help people on Etsy or eBay or wherever it is you're selling your thing, but it's a lot more effort. It's a lot more work. You're going to have a lower profit margin because you have a physical product that you're selling, and then there's a ton of competition there. And so whenever someone comes to the physical product, I'm always looking at, can we create something digital that you can create once and then sell over and over and over again? Okay. So, example, we brought in one of our Activate students. She was actually flipping furniture. And so she was taking furniture, making it better, and then selling it. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. But what she started to do inside of our program is we helped her figure out how she could actually teach people how to flip furniture as a side hustle. So she was creating a coaching program and a course around that. And so she took her physical product business and turned it into something digital that was more passive, and that she could scale. Because when you have, furniture pieces that you're remodeling, you can't really scale that beyond just you. And so by her creating a program around it, she's able to help more people and grow her business and create more freedom too. All right. Another way that you can monetize in your business is sponsored ads. And sponsored ads are great if you have a lot of traffic. So if you have a lot of traffic, I think this is a great thing for you to do, to just generate another income stream in your business. The con of this is what you end up doing is if you're like creating content and you're working really hard to bring traffic to you, you're actually sending that traffic away from you. And so it's kind of like a short-term mentality of trying to make like a quick buck with what you're doing. What I would just do is create my own thing and build my email list with that. And once you build your email list, then it makes sense to have, do affiliate programs or something like that. Once they're already in your ecosystem, they're already in your environment. But with sponsored ads, it's like sending traffic away from your thing before they even get a chance to get on your email list. So not my favorite. Another way that you can monetize is through ebooks. And so all of that, like what I say, like all of them are great because they all are, like they can all serve a place. But when someone comes to me and they're like, Rachel, I just want to create an ebook and sell it like you did. That was one of the very first offers that I had was an ebook. I had 2 that I created. One was the Busy Mom Cookbook. I made a legit cookbook. It was so funny. My husband's like, you made a cookbook. Why don't you cook like this for us? Because it's a lot of work. So the Busy Mom Cookbook, I launched that, I think in 2017 or maybe that was even earlier, like 2015. I did like a full-on launch for that. And then I created Keto-ish, a simplified guide to eating high-fat, low-carb. Ebooks are a great entry point to getting somebody into your world. But if you want to create multiple 6 figures, $1 million business, you're going to have to sell a ton of ebooks. And if you want to make your life easier, think about how can you create a high ticket offer? Because when you are focused on just selling a high ticket offer, you have less clients, you have less headaches. Because if you we can do the math. Let's do the math. So let's say we want to create $1 million. That's a lot of zeros. And I'm selling a $9 ebook. I have to sell 111,111.111 ebooks to make that income goal. If, for instance, I want to focus on scaling our program, the Impact Partnership, which is a $27K offer, I just need to have 37 students enrolled in that program. I don't know about you, but that sounds way easier and way more doable, like 37 compared to 111,000. Like, you need so much traffic to make that happen. Okay, next income stream that you can create is in network marketing. And I love network marketing because this is where I started. And I love it so much because I haven't touched my network marketing business in almost 6 years, and I still make a couple $100 a week. And to me, that is the coolest thing of passive income. And actually, I was looking at Time Hop and seeing, we were just in Punta Cana on one of the trips with Beachbody, I don't know, 7 years ago. It was on that trip that TJ fell in the pool. I mean, he was a 3-year-old kid going up and down really quickly, not listening, and hit his chin. We had to take him to the ER in Punta Cana. And never move to a country until you're inside of the emergency room in that place, because it was not the best experience. But he learned, and even to this day, he's like, "Yeah, I have the scar right here on my chin, Mom." But we got free vacations with network marketing, so there were so many pros. It was such a great on-ramp to personal development, to entrepreneurship. You don't need a huge team. Like, it's, in my eyes, it's like not really entrepreneurship. It's more the easy, like the much, much, much easier path, because you don't have all the things that are required from you when you have an actual business and selling your own products and services. So yeah, I still love network marketing. Done for you services is another way that you can generate some income in your business. Done for you services, if you do it yourself, you're going to have a pretty high profit margin. So let's think of, like, you're doing Pinterest management. Or you're like managing Facebook ads, or I have somebody, a friend of mine that does a branding agency. So it can be a great business model, but the thing is, you're still trading time for money unless you have like a whole system in place and a team that's doing everything for you. And sometimes it can feel like you have a job because you're at the mercy of clients with that. So just keep that in mind if you're doing done for you services. So other ways that you can monetize: coaching and consulting. Pro that is you have a high profit margin. The con, if I would say it's a con, is if you're doing private coaching, you're trading time for money, and there's a limit to how many people you can take, and it's an income cap. However, if you do a group coaching model, that's something that you're able to scale as long as you have the team that can support it. So I love the group coaching model because you can only take so many clients, but once you can create a group model, that's when you can amplify people's results. And then just the community and the experience is also something, like, our students, they've developed lifelong friendships and they'll travel to see each other. So I think that's one of the coolest things about having that kind of model, is getting to see them engage and interact and develop those relationships. I've got two more. Let's see, 2 more, I think. Retreats is another way that you can monetize. And if I'm going to pick a favorite, it's going to be this one, because we literally just got back from our France retreat. And this was probably the best thing I've ever done for my business, like in my business. It was so much fun. So what we did is there were 18 of us that went to the city in France where I used to live, called Le Mans. So we lived in that city for a year, and it is one of my favorite places in the entire world. It is so fun. It is so much better than Paris. And what we did is we brought people and we worked in the mornings. So we got like a whole session of time that we were able to get work done. And then in the afternoons we played. So we took them to explore castles in Angers. We took them to Bélanger to make macaroons. We brought in my friend's father-in-law who did wine and cheese tastings. We took them on a tour of Old Town, where they had like old Roman walls and inside the cathedral. And something I didn't know is that Leonardo DiCaprio filmed The Man in the Iron Mask in Le Mans. So I watched that on the plane ride home because I was like, that's so cool. But doing retreats, it's like not a scalable really model that you can do, but it's so rewarding and so much fun that I'll definitely be doing more of them. And I already decided, like after our first day in France, I'm like, this is an annual thing. We're doing this every single year because it was just the best. Okay, one of my favorite ways that you can monetize in your business is creating and selling your own online course. So we have sold, I want to say we're either close to 10,000 or I need to look, or we've passed 10,000 online course sales and have earned a 2 Comma Club award for that. So with creating your own online course, the cool thing is that you can package like everything that you're doing, like one-on-one with somebody or in the group model, you can take that same knowledge and just package it into something that you then get to sell over and over and over again. So it's repeatable, it is scalable. There's no cap on how many you can sell, or, you create it once, you sell it over and over and over again. Now, I will say with the online course model, I care so deeply about our students and getting them results. And so I don't just sell a course and say, all right, go figure it out. We have like a coach in place that's actually helping them and doing live Q&As to help our students get through that program. So that is one thing with an online course, having some kind of live component to it so you can increase the accountability factor, which will increase the results that you're getting throughout that program. It makes a big, big, big difference, is having like that extra layer of accountability. So we have that inside of our program, Pin with Purpose, just because I think it's important. And they get much better results when they have that extra layer of accountability and just somebody that they can get coaching from and feedback and support. Let me see. I think that's all of it. So just to recap all the different ways that you can monetize in your business: physical products, sponsored ads, ebooks, network marketing, done for you services, coaching and consulting, retreats, online courses. And which one do you think you should scale? So which one would you choose to scale? And then I'll talk now that I'm done with the content. I was like, should I just make today like a chit chat day and just catch you up on what's happened the past week? Because it is, I'm going to try not to cry. It has been heavy. Okay. So we were in France and had like the best experience, like so much fun. And there's no way I can get through this without crying. Just a heads up. It's still like new. So we're in Paris on our last day, and we literally explored all of Paris. We saw like the Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower, Champs-Elysees, Montmartre. Like we saw everything because we brought Tara with us, who works on our team, and she's an incredible human. And we're like, you have to see Paris. You have to see it all. And so we're in the hotel when we get a call from my dad that my brother had been in an accident. He was riding his bike, and he was, should I brought the tissues over here? Gosh darn it. He had a green light to cross the street. So he was crossing the street, and a man who was 83 years old, had no business driving because he was pretty much blind and was walking with an actual like stick because he couldn't see, went through his red light and then hit my brother. I should show, like, if you saw the picture of his windshield so my brother, he's okay. But there was a good 2-hour chunk where he was confused and like we thought he could have had permanent brain damage, and like he almost didn't make it. And so that 2 hours was a pretty tough. But we were, I was like, Tara, come pray with us. So me, my mom, and Tara were all praying. And so he's gonna be okay. He's still in the hospital. This happened Wednesday evening. He ended up with 3 broken bones in his neck and a broken pelvis, which, I mean, one of those would suck, but having all of it, it's going to be a really rough recovery, and road rash all over his body. So I was, because I had this, like, I even sent out an email of like, we're going to Costa Rica. We just came back from France. We're going to Costa Rica. I'm going on a mastermind. Oh gosh, like we're supposed to do all these things, and canceled basically everything. So I could go. I'm taking the kids to Chicago to go be with him and our family in Chicago. So that is a little family and life update. And I should show you pictures of his helmet. It's one of those things like always, always, always have that reminder to like, you gotta wear a helmet. And when you see like your kid's not wearing it or anyone, wear a helmet, because if you saw the pictures of his helmet, it literally saved his life. So just your reminder. And I did not like ball, so I think I'm getting better. And that's it. So a little different of an episode for you today. I hope the first part you found helpful, and the second part I just had to talk about it because it's when stuff like this happens, it's really easy to just like take on the burden and internalize it. But I think through talking about it, it makes it a little bit easier-ish, maybe. And then you can understand like what's going on behind the scenes. All right, I gotta get ready. We're hosting a workshop in about 40 minutes. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and then we'll talk soon. Bye.